Hello Internet, this is Stuart. Welcome back to another video for my pregnancy blog. Everything's continuing to go along very well. Today my wife starts week 21, so we are officially past the halfway point. It's starting to get very exciting, and yeah, we'll see how the second half treats my wife and myself. So this week I've noticed that my wife is really starting to feel a lot more of the mood swings that typically come with pregnancy. This is one of the reasons why in previous weeks I thought we were having a boy, is because supposedly with a girl my wife would have felt a lot more mood swings, and she didn't really have any mood changes, but now she's definitely feeling a lot more moody. She gets weepy out of the blue for reasons I don't know. Well, not completely. I kind of understand why. I do know that lots of the mood swings aren't exactly related to pregnancy. A lot of them definitely are. She's definitely feeling the anticipation of becoming a mother. She's feeling very thankful but also very worried at the same time. So I can understand those emotions. I have to admit that I also kind of feel the same thing at times. I just don't display them through tears, that's all. Yeah, about this time, this is when my wife and I had our miscarriage, and so I can sort of understand why she's starting to feel weepy. It's not necessarily because of the pregnancy, it's also just the memories and this time of year. So I think that's partially why she's starting to feel a bit more moody than normal, but definitely at times she feels it just because of how overwhelmed she is with where we are with the pregnancy. She's just very happy that we're this far. One of the things that's kind of made it a little bit more surreal for us is that I have a twin brother who also he and his wife recently gave birth to a little boy, and so we've been able to visit them a few times and hold the baby, and it's a definitely surreal experience just thinking, dang, in 4 months I'm going to be there, that I'm going to go through pretty much the same experiences that he's talking to me about, and it's kind of that. I think that's where it hit me, like, dang, I'm gonna be a dad, and I'm gonna be holding a little crying miniature version of me in my arms. I look forward to it. I'm definitely excited, but it's definitely like one of those, wow, I'm there kind of moments. I really don't know how to describe it, you know? I mean, I always envision myself as a father, but just to realize that I'm literally like 4 months away, it's kind of a weird feeling. It's really hard to describe. I'm excited, but yeah, I would have to agree with my wife that it's kind of worrisome at times. Like, I don't know what to do. I mean, I'll have lots of help, that's for sure, but and it'll be a huge learning curve. But it's excitement and anticipation all wrapped into one feeling. So it's kind of interesting. I'm okay with it right now, but yeah, my wife is definitely getting teary sometimes with it. But I mean, I can understand that all the hormones and whatnot kind of makes that happen. I don't mind. It is getting easier for me to feel the baby's kicks now. The other night I was able to put my hand on her baby bump, and I could feel some pushes or kicks. It's not so much a hard whack like I think most people expect. It's more like I can just feel something slowly push into my wife's belly. It's kind of a gradual change. It's not so much a hard impact. So I think that's one thing that I had to learn to recognize, that I was always expecting like a hard kick, but baby doesn't always kick. Sometimes it's just a stretch and a push against the womb, and I can definitely feel that a lot easier now. That's for sure. I think my siblings and anyone else that wants to feel will be able to feel it definitely here this week, if not the next week. So that's very exciting. It's just so cool to feel my baby move and actually be able to tell that's my baby. You know, because the previous weeks I could feel a little something, but I wasn't sure if that was my baby or if it was just my wife's muscles contracting. I don't know. But now it's definitive. I can definitely tell what movement is from my wife and what movement is from my little girl. It's so exciting. It's so cool to feel it. So this week my wife has taken it upon herself to indoctrinate our kids with Disney movies because, like I said in previous videos, my baby is moving to sounds of me playing video games. My wife's like, no, gotta have our baby learn some Disney stuff, gotta become a Disney person. Okay, that's fine with me. So she's been watching Beauty and the Beast multiple times this week. Yeah, not just once or twice, like she watched it like 4 or 5 times, I want to say. Plus all the bonus features that come on the Blu-ray, and gotta include the audio commentary, and oh my goodness, going all sorts of crazy spots with it. But I mean, I guess our baby's responding. She's moving to the sounds now, like the songs that play during the movie, especially when my wife sings along. And my wife loves that. She'll sing the songs just to get our baby moving and feel her kicking. I don't know, that's kind of precious. That's so cool. But with all that, with the baby moving to all the movie soundtrack and sounds, I think I've realized that baby doesn't exactly move to like favorites. I mean, sure, baby's moving when I play video games or when she watches certain movies, but I don't think it's because baby has a favorite to anything right now. I think baby's just starting to recognize songs or sounds that she's exposed to on a normal basis. This has kind of been a good thing, kind of a bad, because I mean the good thing is that when we want her to move and we want to feel her move, then we know that certain songs, like for example the Beauty and the Beast soundtrack, will really get her to move. Other times it's kind of weird that she moves to things that she's familiar to. I guess the best way to describe that is so we got like several lullaby songs to play to her. You're thinking, maybe when it's time for us to go to bed, playing some of the lullaby music would calm her down. But now she recognizes the lullaby music, and so when we play the lullaby songs, she moves to those. Like, lullaby songs are supposed to make her sleep, right? But no, it starts to make her more active. So it's kind of humorous that the songs are doing the opposite of what they're intended to do. But again, I don't think it's because of the songs. I think it's because she recognizes the song, and so she starts to move a little bit to it, not really understanding what it is. So I find that really interesting, that how she's moving to things that she recognizes. Kind of moves to my voice, definitely moves to my wife's voice. But yeah, it's kind of cool to see all that happen. But hopefully she'll actually fall asleep to the lullaby music when she's born. I gotta find some way to put her to sleep. But yeah, that should be it for this week. Nothing else too much new. This is starting to get into the nice calm stages of the second trimester, where things start to mellow out. We've gone past all the big highlights. Everything's going well. Everything's developing normally. So we just basically got to continue through this week by week, and everything will continue to go well. But I'll continue to post weekly updates, and hopefully some new exciting things will come along. And we're going to try to get a few people to feel our baby move in the next week or two, and I'll let you know how all that goes. Once again, thank you for joining me for this pregnancy blog. I hope to see you next week. Stay awesome, Internet. Thank you once again for joining me.